Hi everybody, TJ Mac Vintage Cards here. This is episode 3 of If I Only Could Build One Case. And this one's titled My Father's Favorites. And this is a case of 30 cards that if I had to get rid of all my cards and somebody said you only can keep one case to display with 30 cards, what would they be? So in the first couple episodes, I did my Cleveland Quartet, which was my father-in-law's cards that were a reflection of his youth growing up. That just bring memories, of course, to him and remind me of him when I see these great cards. The Bob Feller, Marion Motley, Otto Graham, and Jim Brown. And then the Artistic Beauties with Sammy Baugh and Tony Canadeo. And then you got Paul Wayner here, Jimmy Fox, and the Terry Sawchuk that I did in my last episode, so you can catch up on those if you wanted to watch them. But this one here are my father's favorites. My father's no longer with me. He passed away about 6 years ago. But these were the cards that remind me of him when I think about, just growing up and just the players that he enjoyed. And one thing he always told me about is Al Kaline when he was a young kid in the 50s, early 60s. My grandfather took him to Detroit to see the Detroit Tigers play, and he saw Al Kaline, Rocky Colavito, and guys like that, and that always was something that was really memorable to him. He always liked the way that Kaline played. He was just a very unassuming type person that just really did his job every day and was just a great fielder, excellent hitter, and just seemed like he had a nice, quiet demeanor and a very sound approach to the game that he always respected and liked. So it became one of his favorites. And I chose this particular card because I love this image of him. In the swing there, I like the Tigers jersey. I like Tigers jersey to begin with, but I love this white jersey with the black lettering and just the wood border. Just a great looking example. Card shows well also, so I picked this one. Maybe it would be one even my father would have collected from that year. He would have been a little older then, but as a teenager, he still could have been collecting. And then this one here is like most kids of his generation, Mickey Mantle was his hero. I actually have a picture of my dad in Little League playing for the team, the Yankees, the local Yankees team in the Little League, wearing a number 7 jersey, which is an image that I treasure of him. But Mantle was his guy, like many, again, youths of that day. But this card is my pride and joy in my entire collection. If I had to keep one card, this would be the card, no questions asked. My oldest son loves this card as well. He's a Mantle fan. He wears number 7 on all his jerseys. So it's just a nice tradition that's been carried down, even though he's a pitcher, but he still hits as well. So he he's a big Mantle fan, and I told in another video I gave a 59 Topps All-Star Mantle to my son that I acquired because it was a card that I always wanted as a kid and really liked. It had a connection to me, so I gave that to him. So he has that in his card collection. But this is a beautiful example. I took a long time to search and find this one. Bought it many years ago, but I treasure this card. It's his Triple Crown year, his best season. And this card is, I like a lot of his cards, but this one's my favorite. This is the 52 Bowman. So this would be the one I would keep, no doubt about it. Just a beautiful, beautiful card. And the last is Bobby Orr. Now, I don't really remember if my dad liked Bobby Orr as a player. I think he did, but he would always tell me that, Bobby Orr is the best ever. He was better than, Gretzky. Just he kind of turned me on to Bobby Orr and the type of player he was as a defender. And I watch a lot of video on Bobby Orr. I just really enjoy watching him because he played defense and he was just an end-to-end presence on the ice, just a force, unlike anything I ever seen on the ice before. So just of all the video that I watched, the guy was just a complete player, similar to like a Gordie Howe. So I would say him and Howe are the most complete NHL players I've ever seen. And I've talked before, maybe Gretzky's the best. Maybe, I don't know, but Howe and Orr certainly, I think, were the most complete players to ever play in the NHL. They were good on defense, offense. Howe was pretty tough too, but so was Orr. Orr was no slouch. So just a great player, and I just always appreciated him turning me on to him, because I always would just look at all the points Gretzky had, that's why he was so great. And he's like, no, watch Bobby Orr, and you'll see what I mean. And again, not taking away from Gretzky, but Orr was a magnificent player. So that's what I wanted to share today. Were these three greats and just the connection they have to my dad, and I just when I look at these cards, it makes me think of him. And these are three that I'm proud to add to my collection and put in this case. So everybody have a great day.